Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the 12th episode of the Gaifus for Laifus podcast. Once again, joining you as your humble host. I am Daniel, joined with me with my co-host Gunner and the boy Chris. Sadly, Raul will not be joining us today because he has a life and a significant other and cannot join us. So for those of you who have significant others, don't have them because they will suck up time and keep you away from your friends.
That's a fact.
Pretty sure.
The only way Raul will be able to redeem himself in our eyes is 20 lashes. And he has to admit that One Piece is an inferior anime. So, now that you know what Raul has coming in store for him, I don't even think he knows. Let's talk about what we're gonna do for this episode. So, I know last week we talked about doing like a fun little like tier list, but because we don't have Raul, we're probably gonna push that back.
Yeah, so I think next week we're talking about doing Naruto villains and we're gonna rank them. And I think it would be fun. I think you're right. We'll push it back just because it's nice to have the whole crew to get the real, because Naruto is one of the big ones we talk about. So it'd be nice to have everybody here. But instead, Daniel came up with a really great concept. If you want to explain it, Daniel.
Yeah, so this concept is from a TV show from College Humor called Actually. They do a nerd version of Jeopardy, and it's going to function in the exact same way. We're still trying to figure out a name for our section. Obviously, we don't want to get copyrighted and things like that. But essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a statement. And my two Weeb-loving fans, at some point we'll start to diversify. We'll go into like maybe Harry Potter, maybe some D&D, other animes and stuff like that. And go from there if it continues to be a successful part of our show. So essentially the way it works is I will read a statement. There's going to be a false sentence or statement or two within the statement overall, and these two nerds / weebs are going to have to figure out what it is. At any point they can interrupt me and say what the incorrect statement is and edit it for me, and that's how that works.
Yeah. And then before that, we're going to be talking about, I believe we mentioned it on the last episode, but we're going to be talking about who do we ship? Going through all, not only anime, but all things, media, TV, books. Going through who are our ships, those relationships that we think, either the story is pushing on us, or that the story didn't push on us, but that we as a viewer really wanted.
Yeah, I believe that they should have been together. And so the classic one, for example, is Harry and Hermione. If you don't know Harry Potter at this point, Ron and Hermione end up together.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. We'll put a spoiler thing at the beginning, but
big flashing spoiler.
Yeah, big flashing spoilers.
No, they've got enough time.
I will say I think if we get to that point, Chris has the biggest or most controversial Harry Potter ship, in my opinion, which I'm excited for, because not many people have this opinion, and I've heard it a million times, and I hear him defend it to the death, and I love it.
And I will continue.
I haven't heard this, so I'm actually excited to see what this is all about. Yeah, but so we're going to go into, I think we'll start with that. But before we even do our two segments for today, does anybody want to talk any news and events that we want to mention on the podcast?
This is an anime, but if you guys have ever seen The Circle on Netflix, it's a reality show where it's the reality show, if you haven't seen the ads for it, where everyone is put into their own like apartment. And the only way they can interact with each other is through social media. So like Facebook, like they create their own version of like Facebook. And so the only way they never see each other face to face, so they can be whoever they want to be. So some people will be like, oh, I'm playing as my girlfriend because my girlfriend's pretty, and like that'll probably help me get the guys on my side and things like that. So the first season has already dropped. They just dropped the second season that me and my roommate and my lady watched. And so it's pretty good. I like it. I enjoy it, especially us who have been like going through quarantine and stuff like that. Like just it makes you kind of realize how so crazy social media can get sometimes. And at no point, and then, so what happens is, so they basically have to like pick who their top. They have to rank everyone like top 8, like MySpace.
Okay.
And then the top 2 people get to vote one person off.
Oh, so the top two come to a consensus. Like Jerry, he sucks.
Yeah, Jerry hasn't talked to me very much. I don't know him. He can go. And then what makes it interesting though is that the person who gets voted off gets to meet one of them face to face. So out of the 7 remaining people, you can go, hey, I want to meet like Brianna, and then for all you know, maybe Brianna's played by like a guy, and you're like, what the hell, like. So that's really interesting. It's really fun, and it's if you like drama and like the struggles of social media, it's a pretty good show.
See, it's funny because when we were watching the first season, I like thought it was gonna be hella stupid because I hate like those reality TV shows.
Yeah.
Like Big Brother. It reminds me a lot of Big Brother.
Yeah, it's a lot like Big Brother.
I hate Big Brother, but first episode on, I was like, holy crap, this kid.
Oh yeah, crazy watch it. Yeah, they're not. No one is as pure as Shuby. I'm gonna be honest.
That's his name. I was trying to think of his name. Shuby and Joey. That's my controversial.
That's a controversial ship. There we go.
That's my controversial ship right there. Shuby and Joey.
So Gunner, yeah, next you should watch this. You watch it with your whole family and stuff. But yeah, Shuby and Joey are.
They're golden team.
They're the light. They're the light that exists in the darkness.
I guess you. It sounds good, especially for someone. As you and Chris know, I am not tech savvy with social media.
No,
so not. It'll be nice to see. It'll be interesting to watch that. So me and my wife, who Jess, will definitely have to take a look at that. Does the winner get like prize money?
100 G's.
Ooh, so like, is it kind of like deception-ish too?
A little bit, yeah. Just think of it growing up in like a like I think Facebook really didn't have that much drama, but if you like had friends who like texted a lot. And that like, oh, they texted me this. What does it mean? It's a lot of that kind of stuff.
Got you. It reminds me. I forget the show. I'm looking it up right now. But there's this show that my roommate, she used to watch it all the time, and it was so trashy. It was similar to The Bachelor.
Was it? Was it last year? Was it last year's? Was it Too Hot to Handle?
No.
Too Hot to Haunt. Jesus. Too Hot to Handle.
Say the words. Say the words, buddy.
Too Hot to Handle is actually getting its second season, and that one is hot garbage.
No, I know Too Hot to Handle. That is heart garbage. I watched
heart garbage. Yeah,
heart. Yeah, listen, you got me all frazzled with your illiteracy. Yeah, frazzled. Yes, I said frazzled. Frazzled's a word. Thank you. But no, I think it's called. Hotel Love no, I forget what it's called.
Hotel
but
California
here's the premise. Okay, so the premise of the show is you're in like a hotel area and you have to hook up with someone. Well,
hookup hotel.
I don't think it's called hookup hotel. It's something like that. But the premise is the goal. So like, there's always an odd number of either guys or girls. So in week 1 or whatever, whichever one has the most, so like let's say there's more guys, then the girls will eliminate some of the guys.
Is it called Paradise Hotel?
I think it might be Paradise.
Hotel?
Yeah.
To, like find their connection or whatever. Oh my god! Yeah,
but it's so trash because they don't. It's not about finding love at all. It's all about the cash money prize. Yeah. So you're just pretending to have these connections with these people, and like you're just playing like these like you're like puppet stringing these relationships just so you can get to the cash prize. And then I think it only has 1 season. Like I don't think it got renewed. But at the end, how it does, so like you get down to the final 3, and then it's like the final 3, they do some kind of challenge thing, and it eliminates the final, like the 2, bringing it down to the last 2 couples. And then what happens is the whole cast comes back on, everyone who's eliminated, and they vote which couple gets to go into the finale. So which ones were the like actually in love and weren't just trying to like play the game. So then they do that. And then it's the final 2, right? And it's you, and you're supposed to be like the love of your life that you found in the show, in quotation marks. And so they set you up on this. It's like a runway. And you each have like this giant ball. It's like a crystal ball thing.
Uh-huh.
and you have it on the runway. It's marked numbers. So it starts like, because I think the goal was like, or the cash prize was 100,000. So, and it starts you off like at the 1,000 mark. So pretty much what it is like a trust thing. So, no. So it's a trust thing. So how it worked was you have to, you're looking at your partner that you chose, the final couple, and if you have to keep taking steps closer to each other. And every time you take a step, that eliminates, or it increases the amount of money that you can get. So, and then if you decide that you don't want to be with that person, or you think they're going to betray you, you can throw down your glass ball and you get that much. But depending on when you throw it down is how much money you get alone. So like, if you guys make it to the end, you're going to get $100,000 cash, and you guys split it between yourself to start your new relationship and new love. But at any point, one of them can just throw it down, and like, let's say they get to like the 50,000 mark, take that 50,000 just for themselves, don't have to split it, and just go.
Man, that's cold-blooded, dude.
Oh my God, it's so there's only one season. I'm not gonna spoil how it ends. It's good. If anybody likes trashy reality TV, that's my pick. It's bad, but it's bad.
Chris, did you watch Too Hot to Handle with us?
No.
Okay.
No.
I think I watched scenes of it, and then I also watched a video. Shout out to Cody Ko. I watched Cody Ko break down Too Hot to Handle. I think it was him and Noel Miller.
It's actually not. It is garbage. The premise is garbage. The premise. No, but what was cool is that along the way that they have like the challenges they do is about learning like intimacy and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like one of them is they have to write like names that they've been called like on their bodies.
Okay.
Like why do you have like slut on your wall? People think I am, but and they're like I'm not. Like I really just so stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so basically the whole premise, if you haven't seen it, I mean, it's that you're basically to take a lot of hot people, put them on an island, and they're like, just don't have sex. So you cannot experience sexual pleasure either from yourself or from another person. Otherwise, there's like a pot of like $150,000, and every time you do something, depending on the infraction, they take that much out of the pot. So
yeah, because the 100,000 gets split between everybody,
like 10 people.
Yeah,
and they have like with like their little versions of Alexa, and it like float, and it like they have one in each room, and it'll like in the morning they all meet like in the junction area, and then like Alexa will be like, hey, someone had sex last night, and we take $20,000 out of the pot, and we're like, oh, so that was cool. But it teaches these people who like are a little shallow at the beginning, like they go to like relationship workshops and stuff like that, and like you really see the people who bought into what they were doing, like actually kind of like learned something. It was pretty interesting. But there were some people who were like, this is stupid, I'm just here to like for the money, and then like they didn't learn anything out of it. But I think they actually say like if you've learned it, actually I think that's how like it ends. They go like if you learn something you win money or something like that. I forget. But yeah, those are my 2 trash picks as we move into the summer season. Yeah,
solid trash picks. Another one that I thought was so trash. It's on Netflix. Love is Blind. Have you guys seen that?
Love is Blind is scary.
No, so for Chris who hasn't seen, because apparently you don't watch trash television like the rest of us. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Catch up. So the premise is they put all these people for, I think it was about a month. I think they're in there, or it's some length of time. Might be a couple weeks. I'm pretty sure it's a month though. But they put them in these like rooms, and you'll go in and to a room, and there's a wall, and the wall, I think you can only see your own reflection, so you don't see who's on the other side of the wall, but you're able to hear them. So there's like 12 people, and they're all going through. And they get like a notepad and stuff, and you'll just go into a room.
Oh, you learn, and you'll just never see them. You learn about them, right?
Yeah. You just talk through the wall to talk to them, and then you're supposed to, if you find a connection, someone you connect with, then like after it's like part 1, and then part 2 is like, okay, if you find someone that you love, you propose to them through the wall, and then if you propose and they say yes, then you get to meet, and then it's like
minute, right? If you're gonna still go through.
Yeah, exactly. They give it like a week or 2 weeks or so, like to prepare, and then they do the wedding to see if it actually like the connections are still there. Dude, it's that one got me. That one, there's some twists and turns in that one that for anybody who loves the chisme, like the telenovela chisme, like that's top tier. Love is Blind. And I think I'm pretty sure it got renewed for season 2. I don't know when season 2 is dropping, but season 1's out. It came out last year, I believe. But anybody who hasn't seen it, yeah. Anybody who hasn't seen it, that's what you should watch. Yeah. So good. That, and then have you guys seen Love on the Spectrum?
You have. I have not.
Okay. Chris, have you seen that one?
No.
No. Yeah.
Right. No.
Yeah. Why'd I even ask? No. But that's another one, since we're on the topic. Love on the Spectrum is really cool. So it's just like the name sounds. I think primarily takes place in Australia, the filming. Yeah, Australia and the UK. Yeah. I think there's some in the UK though that they visit, but it's in that area. And it's, people on the spectrum that and it's their journey on finding love, and they'll go on like speed dates and stuff like that. And a lot of times they'll go on like speed dates with like some that are designed around meeting other people that are on the spectrum, because then they know like, okay, these are similar things that I go through that you go through as well. And that one's really wholehearted. I cried 5 times.
Respect it.
And it was
5 episodes.
Yeah, pretty much an episode of cry.
Like once per episode.
It was, it wasn't a deep cry, but like a couple tears came down. It was good. It let my emotion like flow. Yeah, it was good though. I enjoyed that one. That was had a wholesome message. There was, oh my God, there's one dude on there though, and he's a weeb just like us. Yeah. And they have some of them meet with they have this, I forget what exactly her title, but she pretty much like it teaches you she'll come in and teach like the people in the show like social emotional cues and stuff like that. So that way they can tell, like, because a lot of times when you're the show talks about people that are on the spectrum, sometimes like it's not that they don't feel emotions, it's just that they have a hard time reading emotions. Yeah. Exactly. So and so one time this dude who's like, he's a cool dude, and like all he wants to do is like watch anime, and like he's like trying to draw his own manga and stuff. Yeah. And like he's a cool guy. I'm pretty sure though he starts talking about like some hentai like in the middle of like his like his speech. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he dropped High School DxD in there, Daniel. So maybe you guys got some bonding to go over. But that shit had me rolling, man. That dude was so funny. Yeah, but that's another one. If we're talking about not trash TV, but it's just like reality TV. Love on the Spectrum. That one's good.
Yeah. Speaking now that we've talked about love, I think this is a good time to segue into Ships, right? We've all watched the show, and we've all seen 2 characters, and you go, you do the whole 2 holding 2 dolls, and you go, now kid, right? Everyone has seen 2 characters, and you're like, they should be together. That seems, the energy is there. Sometimes through circumstances, there are characters who don't end up together. In some instances, it actually works better for the character to not be with somebody. So, for example, a big example of someone who maybe will never be paired with anybody is Luffy. I think, in fact, people have said that Luffy has the personality of a person who's on the spectrum. Don't quote me on it and stuff like that. But they think that he may be like either be. Oh,
that's like the fan theory.
Yeah, I've read it on like Comic Book Report or something like that.
It's just listen. It's that when you eat the gum fruit, the brain like it doesn't grow because it's rubber, so it's now just like that's the theory.
No, you might be onto something.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. Well, don't they? Isn't that like that kind of reminds me of how they explain in like Full Metal Alchemist how was it Elric or which one? The smaller one? Not Alphonse.
Oh, Edward.
Edward. How? Well, no, not that Edward falls in love, but why he's so short is that because I guess spoilers for anybody who's Full Metal, but they explore why he's so short is that they theorize because Edward doesn't have a body, and because because he sacrificed his parts of his body to save his brother, that he's also they're sharing the nutrition and stuff like that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so that's how Alphonse is like gaining nutrition and stuff, and that's why they think that Edward's so small. He does end up
growing at the end.
Yeah, he grows at the end when it's all done. Yeah. Exactly. So that was.
I know you haven't seen Full Metal, but too late.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a pretty minor spoiler, so
yeah.
we'll listen.
But yeah, so that's been our thing, right? We all have characters that we want to see together that don't get together, or there are characters that we see get together and that we love and think that they are the embodiment of true love.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's go into it with you guys. So let's start. I'll lead it off. Well, I'll not lead it off, but what are some ships? So for those of you who are unaware, with the term ship is like to relationship them, to want them to be together. I think I heard it first from my sister. So shout out to my sister if she ever listens to this. But yeah, you ship them together, right?
I get that.
So for you guys, whoever wants to go first, who is a relationship that you agree with that they belong together?
I can go first if you don't, or Chris, unless you got one that's burning. Itching to go.
Well, I got my Harry Potter, but you can go first if you want.
Okay, I also have a Harry Potter one, so I think I will hold on that one until we get to that point. I'm gonna start with actually Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I think in that one the ship Aang and Katara. For me, if I'm honest with you, especially doing a second watch through, Katara and Zuko is my ship.
You're on that boat?
Oh,
I'm on that boat.
Oh, baby. I'm already disagreeing. Oh, baby.
Okay, let's hear the counter. Let me hear your counter, and then I
don't know. I just don't like it.
No. Here's my thing, though.
Well, here's my question. Okay, so really fast. Is it an age issue? Because I think canonically she's 15 and he's 12. No, I'm talking about. I'm talking about for Gunner.
Oh. For Aang and Katara?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't. That there's no Aang. He's frozen in ice. That doesn't count.
Okay. Hey,
I know that's the
in the eyes of the law, it counts.
I know. The memes are always like, oh, when Aang's 114.
Oh, it isn't. I don't care about that. But biologically, he's 12 and she's 14, and that's a weird age to like.
Oh well, I mean, they really don't get together until they don't start really doing the whole thing until after the war, and by that point it's been a year at least. No, it's actually been only 3 months.
15 and 13, that's any better.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, also, hey, first of all, do we want to talk about what's the legal age of getting married in feudal Japan? Wasn't it 12? So
yes, now that we're delving into this very dark territory, for the record, we don't condone regardless of age.
Yeah.
18 is legal age of marriage.
Yeah.
Let's keep it at that. So I don't want us getting reported for condoning child marriage and stuff like that. So before we go down that road, because I feel like there are some anime does go get into some weird territory in that case.
All I'm saying is that I don't think it's that weird for them to be a 3-year age gap is not a big deal to me.
Okay. No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't mind. But my thing,
I'm the devil's advocate.
But no, I get you. My thing is I like Katara and Zuko because I feel like Katara and Zuko, obviously you would think and especially at first they are very much opposites. Katara lost her mother to the Fire Nation. And Zuko is the Fire Nation in a sense, being the prince of the Fire Lord. And and you find what I just really liked, and it all wraps up when in the fire arc, and
when they help her find the man who kidnapped her mother or whatever it is.
That was a good one, and like when you just learn more about Zuko's backstory, like why is Zuko the way Zuko is, and you find out
he needs to reclaim his honor for the Avatar.
Exactly, and then you find out, well, it's like his dad is just an ass, and it's like. And he's got so much emotional damage and scarring, and they've both lost a mom, so they went through very similar like traumatic like upbringings, and I don't know, like I just felt like I felt some strong because like Aang is cool, like I love Aang, and obviously like go watching Legend of Korra. I'm glad that's how the show played out. But in the back of my mind, I'm just thinking like it could have been a cool alternate universe if Katara and Zuko got together. And I just think they kind of flow. Aang is really young and super childish, and he's young. He's a young.
Need the man.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. In the context of fiction, for everybody. So
you said your statement, and Chris seems like he has a very strong rebuttal to this.
Yeah.
Chris, what is your thoughts about his statement that Katara and Zuko should be together? Besides it being stupid, how does it make you feel?
Because it's stupid. No, it's So for me, the dynamic as they grow, because at first Katara, Omega hates Zuko, right? And then they get better, and then Zuko betrays the gang, and then Zuko has to rebuild that relationship, right?
Yeah.
It feels more like Zuko relies on Katara as like a sister more than anything else throughout the whole show.
Okay.
In regard to their dynamic, like the only part that I was even like thinking maybe they were cool was when they were in that cave, the crystal cave thing, when Zuko inevitably betrays them.
Yeah.
The first time.
Okay.
I mean, is it a betrayal or is it?
Azula is like, what would you do? And Zuko is like, fuck you to Katara. And
okay.
He shaves his head, busts out the ponytail, and is like, I have to regain my honor from the Avatar. And
exactly.
So, and I agree, but then it's
that part was like slightly romantic, but in the end, I felt like it was definitely more of a brother-sister relationship than anything. So just the thought of it to me is like, I don't like it.
That's fair. I do. If Aang was a little more mature, I would definitely be more all in on it, just because like I teach at the middle school level, so I've been around 12-year-olds, and so I see that and it weirds me.
But no other middle schooler has taken down the fucking fire. My man Aang made the most adult decision by saying, "I'm gonna just take away your bending. I'm not gonna kill you."
True.
I mean, if we're gonna get into it though, can we talk about how much of a Deus Ex Machina that turtle came in at the end with?
Oh yeah, that was plot armor.
That was plot armor. Avatar has plot armor. We're saying it here on the podcast. I'll jump in. I think Toph and what's the brother's name? Sokka. Toph and Sokka should have been together. That's my pick.
Oh man, Gunnar had a better take than you. That's trash.
Ooh, that's interesting.
My girl Suki, you be guessing it.
Okay, so here's my response to that. Okay, Suki is doesn't. Do you know that scene in Frozen when I think who is it? One of them's being stupid, and then the guy does something like jackassy, and he fucks up, and Olaf like leans in, and he's like, "You're a princess, you don't have to settle."
Oh yeah,
that's what I feel when I see Suki with Sokka. Like, Suki, you are
there's such a great balance.
They are a great balance, but I feel like it's the Ron and Hermione thing all over again for me.
No, because Suki taught Sokka to stop being such a misogynistic, patriarchal asshole, and Sokka just got better because of her. Suki.
Can I make a point though? Can I make a point?
Sure.
Suki is just the rebound because his actual girlfriend got turned into the moon.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it.
The moon. Oh, we're doing it here.
The moon person doesn't even hold a candle to Suki. Not even the slightest.
Suki showed up first.
Yeah, Suki showed up first, and then he forgot all about Suki once he met the moon princess. And then how fucked up did he get after she turned into the moon? It was a whole big thing. And then all of a sudden, there's like, oh, hey, yeah, I forgot I had this other side chick on this other island.
Who is a prisoner with my father. And this is where we're all going to cathartic. I will say the scene where Sokka admits to Zuko that he's like, what was like a hardship you went through? And he's like, my girlfriend died and turned into the moon. And Sokka, Zuko's just like, that's rough, right? That's rough, buddy.
Dude, honestly,
sometimes that's all you can say. You're like, that sucks, dude. Like,
honestly,
her name's Yue.
Oh, Yue. Yeah. We all know everyone knows the moon like by this point. If you don't, okay. Big spoilers. You just delete this episode from your brain.
I'm excited. Actually has talked about doing Avatar: The Last Airbender questions, but only from the movie, not the TV.
Oh no!
That would be. I think that would be hilarious.
We had the worst CGI possible. I'm actually.
How white was the woman who turned into the moon when they're supposed to be like based off of Native Americans?
Vanilla pecan.
Okay, so there we go. We had some good ships. Okay, so that was that one. So I'm gonna let Chris, because Chris has hated our takes. I'm gonna have Chris give us his Harry Potter take.
I already know both of you are gonna disagree with this crap. But
wait, hold on. Let me just get background. So our friend, me and Chris's former roommate, or Chris's former roommate, my still roommate, Emmett, is a passionate Harry Potter fan. Nothing is all in. It's Harry Potter till the end. And I'm the jokester of the group, and I've done some pretty dumb things. And he's looked at me with disdain. But when Chris said this, he was like, there can be nothing dumber than this that exists. And I'm excited for this. All right, go.
I feel like you hyped this up too much. But Harry should have ended up with Cho Chang all day.
Oh, the Asian lady?
Yeah, the Asian girl.
Yep, the snitch.
Okay, can you explain? Because I'm a little confused.
So the reason I had this up is because no one says this, even on the internet. No one says it.
Yeah.
Harry should have ended up with Cho Chang. First off, Jenny, terrible character.
No, Jenny's a terrible character. Agreed.
Yeah, terrible. I can agree. We can all agree with that. That's fine.
Yeah. Cho Chang, she was Harry's first love.
Okay.
She snitched for her friend. I am in the boat that Cho Chang did nothing wrong. Was it scummy? Yeah, probably. But I don't think she did anything wrong because it ended up turning out okay.
Okay, hold on.
Your logic to this is that because no one died from this, it's not that bad.
It's all good.
It wasn't that bad. It's not like spoilers for Game of Thrones. We're just spoiler dropping everything. It's not like Daenerys. I don't think Daenerys did anything wrong either. But when she set all of Westeros aflame, I was like, probably bad, but not that bad. But Cho, nothing. She did nothing.
Your Honor, I did intend to kill that guy, but I wasn't able to do it.
So therefore,
I shouldn't.
Right? We good.
So I shouldn't go to jail.
Attempted manslaughter should not be convictable. I'm kidding, by the way.
Yeah, this is all jokes. I don't want to like.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, we're gonna end up on some conservative news network being like, young upstarting podcast, hot takes, trying to change judicial laws. Okay.
So I feel like Cho did nothing wrong. She was hurting over Cedric. She was hurting. Poor Cedric, ripped the boy. Only Hufflepuff that mattered. Okay. Harry was good for her because he had a pretty level head and could show her from the darkness to the light. And she would make Harry so much happier than Ginny, even Hermione, the commonplace shit.
Oh, pause.
Chris is that kid who didn't like write their essay at the last minute, and they're like, "Okay, I have to think of something. Something has to like mix together to make."
Oh, I know damn well you guys don't, but I'm this passionate.
I mean, yeah. If we're gonna get in, I'm Team Hermione. I think Harry and Hermione should have been together, and I know everyone's like that's the easy pick, but yeah, like Ginny just didn't bring it to the table, and
I'd rather Hermione and Harry than Ginny and Harry.
Okay,
but I got a fun one we'll do after this. It's not. I'm
okay.
not. I'm like 75% kind of serious about this.
I have a Harry Potter ship, and I think this is a good time to bring it up.
You're gonna say like Hagrid and Professor McGonagall or some shit, huh?
No, I said this is a Harry one. This is not Harry and Hermione, which I think is a solid pick. Way better than Chris's decision. Like that came out of nowhere, dude. I did not see that coming.
So changing nothing wrong.
I thought you were gonna say Professor Snape and Dumbledore. To be honest with you,
at this point, yeah. So for context, let's just recap our 2 ones. So we had the great the Katara and Zuko. I came in thinking Suki and Sokka should not have been together, and then Chris came in saying that Cho Chang should have been with Harry, and that's how that should end. That really.
I have a Cho Chang pop Funko, by the way. So I'm a little biased.
Yeah, you're very. That's. I can see now.
Yeah, he's all.
I understand why these whack points are coming out.
Okay, let's hear it, guys.
So I am in the ship, and mind you, past like the 4th book, I only watched the movies. So maybe in the books it painted differently, but from the movies. I am all in. My ship is Harry and Luna Lovegood. All the way.
That's not the worst one I've heard.
No, that's better than Harry and Ginny. Probably even better than Harry and Cho.
I definitely, because first of all, Luna's character, she is the druid of Harry Potter. You know what I mean?
Potterland.
Yeah, she's got that druid energy, and I don't know what, but I'm just her and Harry, like they had this like, it's like that chaotic energy about it, and I just felt good about it. Like it was a good thing. And
no, I agree. I like that. I know she was like weirdly calming and kind of was like it was like when you look at like someone innocent and you're like, okay, like that's nice.
Yeah. And they had that one kiss it was like in the back room.
What the fuck? They didn't kiss.
Yeah, they kissed.
They do not kiss.
They kissed. No, yes they do. They do, don't they?
I'm about to go bring Emmett. He remembers this shit. I'm gonna go.
Luna and Harry kiss together?
They do not.
The same movie?
I'm Googling. I'm fact checking.
Is this when we say actually that's fucking lying?
Actually, I think my partner's an idiot.
I got a group that I don't think should.
Google it. Look up hair. I'm looking at it.
Yes, dude.
No. Google it. I'm seeing multiple results.
Click on if it's like I heart Harry and Luna together forever.com, that doesn't count.
Okay, well there are a lot of shipping things on this thing. I swear they kiss.
They don't.
Okay, hold on. Let me Google. Let me not watch a video. Here we go. Hey Siri, do Harry Potter and Luna Lovegood kiss?
All you hear Siri go, "You're stupid."
I looked this up, and I'm now looking at a picture of Professor McGonagall and Harry kissing.
As Michael Scott said, don't like that.
I don't like that. Oh, look, there's a picture of Harry and Cho kissing.
Dude, no, I swear they have a kiss.
Gunnar, you must have been high when you watched it.
Nah, dude, I swear there has to be.
This is why we say we don't promote recreational drug use because it can lead to psychosis.
No, you guys are tripping.
You send us the receipts and I will redact my statement next week.
Okay. Just let's move on to the next one. Daniel, you go.
So are we doing one I don't like or one I do like?
Well, whatever. Let's do one you do like. That way we can kind of break this up.
Okay. So one that I have always enjoyed, and this is super easy. This is an easy pick. Is
You're gonna say Naruto Hinata.
No, actually, I have an opinion on that. But Jim and Pam from The Office.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
That is one I enjoy.
Like Karen more than Pam.
Wait, what?
Did you know there are people that like Karen more than Pam?
I definitely think at the point that they were at, if they had made Karen more likable, I think she would have been a good like second choice. However, yeah, they just wrote the chemistry between them was so good. Like you have no idea how. I don't know why. I was 14. I just didn't understand how acting worked. But I genuinely, when I found out that they weren't married in real life, I was genuinely disappointed.
Dude, I was in college and I was disappointed.
Emily Blunt's great. I love Emily Blunt. I think she's fantastic and a wonderful actress and a wonderful person. But yeah, I was like, oh, Jim and Pam should have been together. But that's
yeah.
They're pure, man. I mean, and I think the whole like the final, you can make the argument with the last couple of seasons of them like going through couples therapy, and I feel like that's like a real thing to like make love real, because we all right. The movies always end when the kiss happens, and that's it. No one talks about the struggle of like doing things in a relationship. So I think that was cool that they kind of let you insight on that. But that's my like. That is my ride or die pick.
I got one for y'all. I got one.
Oh Jesus, what?
Triss should be with Geralt more than Yennefer should be with Geralt.
That's a dumb fucking opinion, and you fucking know it. Get the fuck out of here, Chris. Don't come. You're banished.
Triss Marigold better than Yennefer. Better than Yennefer.
That's a dumb fucking take.
Yeah, that was stupid, dude. What are you trying to say?
Listen. So disclaimer, I've only played the third game. So take this with a grain of salt. This is a newfound Witcher fan.
Okay, wait, before you finish your thought, I would like to redact my previous statement about Harry and Luna. I don't think they do kiss. Okay, I swore they did, but I'm sorry about that.
You didn't have to claim that you redacted it. We know you're dumb. Anyway.
Thank you. Well, hey, apparently you're dumber than me because you're about to make this fucking argument. So.
Oh, I know I'm dumb, but I'm sticking with my guns.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. The scene where Yennefer has a wish. They're in wintry region.
Yeah, well, in the show, it's like, yeah, she's trying to get a djinn to.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Fix the one with the part.
Yeah. When they're in the winter region, I can't remember. It starts with a skeleton. When she finally gets the djinn to do the wish, right?
Yeah.
It's mentioned that Geralt and Yennefer were bound by like a contract, I guess, like a magical contract.
Yeah.
Magical spell.
Yeah, because I think the theory is that that Geralt makes a wish that basically that they constantly continue to run into each other.
Yes, exactly. So by that logic, right, if they're constantly coming to each other, and I know at the end, like I think you can choose to like stay with Triss or something like that.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm thinking of this, like, what would really happen? Triss was always with Geralt no matter what, right? After he loses his memory, he goes with Triss, yada yada, all that kind of stuff, blah blah blah. And then there's no magical contract for them, but with Yennefer, there was that magical wish contract thing that Geralt made, where the two was combined, and they would have like stopped being together if the player chooses not to do it.
Yeah,
I was a wuss and did it anyways because I just want to see what happens canonically. Because I know canonically Yennefer and Geralt get together, but
wait, in the game, can't you break the contract and they still get together?
Yeah, when she summons the djinn, you can either choose to stay with Triss or not Triss, Yennefer, or not stay with her.
Yeah, but you could still break the contract. Like they break the spell regardless.
Yeah, so she has the Jinn break the contract.
Yeah, the
Right.
contract's broken. Mm-hmm.
And then you can choose afterwards, I still like Yennefer or I don't like
Okay.
her. Okay, so, but canonically, I know canonically they're supposed to stay together. So I just went to canonical because I wanted to see what the story was.
Oh,
But Triss was always by Geralt's side no matter what. And there was no wish involved. Ergo, Triss, better match for Geralt than Yennefer is.
I'm gonna be honest. This is me being completely biased, and I'm gonna call me male trash. I just think Yennefer's hotter. That's really it. I'm gonna be honest.
That doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, she is, I guess.
I know. I'm admitting that my pick is because I'm shallow. There's no.
Okay.
That's a fair. That's a fair. That's I appreciate your honesty, Daniel. You know what I mean?
So you only think I'm an idiot because you're thinking the wrong thing.
Here, no, let me.
No. So then, what if I said that the reason you picked Cho is because you think Cho's hot?
Well, that's not fair.
Because I'm right, bitch.
We're not talking about that.
Chris, you can't talk the talk. You can't walk the walk. Here's my counter to what you just like. I get what you said that Trish is there because there's nothing holding them together. But first of all, Geralt made the wish to begin with, and Geralt is in this world one of the most highly adept at understanding the consequences of using magic and wishes and such sort. So first of all, he makes the wish to begin with, even fully knowing that of consequences. And then my second thing is, I think it's the age-old the saying: if you love something, you let it go. If it still loves you, it'll come back to you. Right? Hey, what? It's true. That's the story arc. That's how it goes. They break the contract.
Yeah, is it magic or is it love?
Let her go. Exactly. And then you find someone.
I had to look a couple up that aren't anime related. I
have some non-anime ones.
I have some live action ones, and then
I don't think we've said any anime like at all yet.
I know we haven't talked about any. No, so let me get this off my chest. Ted, How I Met Your Mother. That ending was shit. That was.
I agree.
Yes.
Robin and Barney should not have been together, and Robin and Ted should not have been together at the end. The mom.
It's true. I agree.
I didn't like either of those picks.
Look at that! Finally, something we all agree.
Back in 10 out of 10.
But yes, I agree.
Crush my dreams.
Yes.
Now that I got that off my chest. And
okay.
Wait, I got one more. I got one more. This is for my Vampire Diary fans.
Okay. Let's see.
This is for what?
My Vampire Diary fans. This is for Emmett. Emmett, if you ever decide to listen to this one, this one's to you, buddy. So if you've ever seen Vampire Diaries, there's the main girl whose name's Elena, and she ends up dating one of the boys whose name's Stefan. Mm-hmm. And then circumstances happen, and she ends up dating his brother, whose name is Damon.
Happens to the best of us.
And she picks Damon at the end of the series. I think that is garbage as fuck. It's dumb as hell. I just think because Damon was a terrible person. So for context, it's a whole thing. I'm not even gonna get into it. We're gonna be here all night. But I think Elena should have been with Stefan. If you are a Vampire Diaries fan or know someone in your life who's a Vampire Diaries fan, have a conversation with them about it and find out what their opinion is. And if they say anything less than Elena and Stefan should have been together, remove those people from your life. Okay, I'm good. Now, do you want to talk about anime? Okay,
my question is, so are we not counting Avatar: The Last Airbender as an anime?
No, it's not an anime.
It's like the whole. The way I see it, it's like the champagne thing. Have you heard the champagne conversation?
No, let's hear it.
So champagne it was originally from Champagne, France, and it is only considered true champagne if it's made in that city. If not, it's considered like sparkling wine or whatever the fuck it is. So I feel like anime falls in the same boat. It's not anime unless it's made in Japan, and then I feel like Avatar is a cartoon inspired by Japanese animation.
Yes.
It's anime. That's my stamp. I give it the anime stamp.
Well, I mean, okay, so the same argument is like RWBY. RWBY with anime. And it's the same thing.
RWBY is not an anime.
No, they draw their characters just like anime characters.
Ooh. Wait, I do have a RWBY one. I have a RWBY one.
Okay, Gunnar, have you ever seen RWBY?
I haven't watched it consistently. I watched like an episode.
Oh, he hasn't gone up to season 3, Chris, and felt true.
Yeah, as it felt true pain.
Yeah, he hasn't experienced
Okay,
true pain.
I don't have to talk because actually mine is a spoiler. Are you ever gonna watch it, Benny?
You can go ahead.
Wait, so this for or against?
Huh? You can.
Really
No,
either.
Chris.
Oh, Chris.
It's kind of weird. Okay, so here's
Just say the names and I can go from there.
John and Ruby.
Seems like you have a lot.
I don't know how I feel about that. I'm on the fence. That was a sigh of I'm on the fence.
So
It sounded like you had a lot of rage. Let's hear your breakdown.
Spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Ruby.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
We're
We
gonna-
just mark this entire thing as a
So what I'm
spoiler.
gonna, so I've been thinking about what we're gonna do is we'll probably do a little edit and we'll cut it into the beginning, mentioning, hey, we're gonna be major spoilers for everything we just mentioned.
Okay.
So there'll be no worries. So just keep going.
Timestamps. Anyway, okay. So spoilers. John and Pyrrha is the most magical thing in the freaking world. I will not dispute that whatsoever.
That was dirty. It still has a bad taste in my mouth, but okay.
I guarantee if I ever rewatched that, I'd still cry. I legit bawled my eyes out when I first saw it. So for Gunner, Pyrrha is, you know who Pyrrha is. You've seen the first episode.
Yes.
She's the
Okay.
Spartan girl.
They
Mhm.
end up doing a relationship thing with her and John.
Nice.
Well, no,
Okay.
they do the whole meet cute thing. So they do this like they both. So she like falls in love with him. Right? Like she's always like had an admiration for him, and like they basically he's really insecure and shy, and
Yes.
she's all this pressure for being like basically Wonder Woman, and so they
Got
like
it.
they make those comments like, oh, like, you know, I'm always gonna be there for you no matter what. You're like the most special person in my life. But
Very
never-
adorable.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ships. Okay. They in season 3, what turns out to be a pretty commonplace and basically the main villain attacks their school. Okay. And Pyrrha, who is the strongest of all the students, tasks herself with going to stop the enemy.
Okay.
And before
she
she goes up there, her and John finally share their first kiss.
Nice.
Magical moment. She goes up there and fucking dies in front of.
not just dies, the villain legit looks at her or looks at him, looks at her, pulls like creates these fire arrows and just fucking point blank and like 2 in the chest
Through the fucking chest. Yeah.
and then
And
she
died.
and no, not only does she die, she turns into ash, so you can't bury her.
Yeah. It is.
They did. I'm like my boy Jiraiya.
They
Dirty.
they just
Dirty.
Crushes my.
foul.
It was
Ooh.
foul.
That sounds foul.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Now we are 5 seasons later. I haven't seen any of season 8, but we're 5 seasons later. I think John should move on and get with the other team leader, Ruby, because they are just downright adorable.
Yeah, but then like,
That's an interesting take, and I don't hate
Yeah.
it, but I don't like it either.
That's
so
like-
how long has it been since that one she's
It's
died?
been several
It's
years.
been a couple years.
It's been a couple years, but then obviously that was like the love of his life. Like that's hard to get over.
I
You know
won't
what I mean?
disagree. It pains me to say it, but he gotta move on. He
Deep.
would want
Sometimes you don't move on though. You know what I
that.
mean?
That's a fair
He
point.
would want
Not to make it real, I mean, my grandmother hasn't moved on. My grandfather died over 30 years ago, so
that. Well, I don't know.
to be
He's
fair,
good boy, she's good girl. Secondary takes, and we don't have to discuss this, but Blake and Yang is super adorable,
I'm here 100%.
and Nora and Rem. I don't like. Okay,
Wait, who?
Nora and Rem.
Oh, Ren. Yeah. Okay.
Nora and Rem.
I like that. I'm here for
don't
that too. Agree. 2 out of 3, I agree with. One,
Alright.
I need some more to work with.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Now we can move on to anything. I'm sorry, I just wanted to side tangent.
No, that's fine. Interesting. Now you have forever spoiled RWBY for me, so thanks a lot. No, I'm just joking.
No, you
Oh,
need to.
you can still watch it and you'll still get your heart broken.
Listen.
As Payne says, you have not truly experienced pain.
No matter how I explain it doesn't compare to actually watching it and be eternally hurt.
Honestly, you said that and it made me frustrated. I was like, oh, this is just.
I'll add it to the list. No worries.
So,
Daniel, do you have any other ships you want to mention, or would you like me to go on before?
Ships that I have a couple, but there's spoilers.
Okay.
One for Bleach. I mean, none of you guys are gonna watch Bleach. It's just me. I feel like.
Let me go on mine. First of all, let me premise it. Have you guys watched Friends? TV.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Friends, but are we gonna do the whole? Was it a break thing? Because that's. I think we might end up in trouble if we talk.
No, but here's the thing: Ross is trash. That's my take. Here's my ship.
They're all trash.
No, well, first of all, Chandler and Monica are great. They're a great couple.
Oh, I really thought you were gonna say that Chandler and Monica didn't deserve to be together.
No, they are. We just my wife, Jessica, and I, we just watched an analysis on Friends because that's her favorite show. And we just watched an analysis.
But saying Monica and Chandler are the best relationship is like saying like, okay, Darth Vader was the least evil Sith Lord. Like, okay, the bar's low at this. Like,
but here's the thing, right? Like, if you compare their relationship, and this is going off the video I watched, I'll have to link or throw credits for it in the thing, but pretty much the premise is when you look at Chandler and Monica, they balance each other out a lot, and it rather than Ross. So like when we're looking at Ross and Rachel have always been this big. That's the whole premise. Like, oh, will they? Won't they? And that's like the whole big plot of the show. Whereas Monica and Chandler, when they hook up, it's a very casual, and they don't want to. That's the whole reason they don't want to bring it to the group's attention, is just to avoid the whole being just like Ross and Rachel, and to avoid that in general. And the other thing is, as you watch them grow, you find out that first of all, Monica and Chandler are both damaged characters. Chandler has a lot of issues from his dad leaving at an early age, and eventually going and trying to his father finding his own identity. Okay. And then Monica is, as a child, she's pretty she's the black sheep of the family, and has always been told, and she always seeks approval, right? And that's the thing. And together, they not only do they understand each other's weaknesses, but instead of playing against them, they support each other through their weaknesses, which overall I think shows a strong relationship, and a better relationship than most people actually have. But that's regardless of my point. My ship is, I don't think that Rachel and Ross should have ended up together. I think that Rachel and Joey should have ended up together.
That's fair. I'll agree with you.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people don't like the Rachel-Joey ship, and I know it only lasted for a couple episodes, but when you really break it down, they were made a really good couple. And because Joey's this he's this very goofy, dim-witted character, but he's really compassionate. And then Rachel, she also has that crazy, she's got crazy energy to them, and their energy, they just flow really well together. And when I was watching Friends for the first time with Jessica and Rachel and Joey hooked up, I was like, this is it. This is how it's gonna end. And then when they split, I was so pissed off, because I think they're better ship than if I know a lot of people say like Joey and Phoebe. But I think Rachel and Joey, that's top tier ship right there. You know what I mean?
I think everyone in that show's garbage. I hate
that. You're trying to say Ross is garbage, and I get that because he is.
No, I think all of them, like I think Joey, I think Rachel, they all need to move on. None of them should be with each other. That's my theory.
Dude, what?
That's my theory. Yes.
You're crazy. You're telling me you don't like Chandler and Monica's relationship?
No, they're fine. No, but I said the big one, the big will they won't they, Rachel and Ross, that should be done.
Rachel and Ross, that should have been.
Shouldn't be a thing. The fact that I'm even arguing about Friends right now is upsetting me, but that's not the point. Just both of those characters should just move on. That's my fear. That's my belief. They should not just no. It's the same pet peeve I have with Grey's Anatomy. And if, like I said, if Emmett ever watches this podcast, shout out to my roommate Emmett, but he's not gonna, and he's heard me bitch about this before. I hate that they have characters all date each other, and then everyone's like, at some point, eventually becomes like cool with it, but then they all just like continually like date each other throughout the show. Like, I think that's weird, and maybe like people who watch like long-standing dramas are just like, that's just how it is. But I hate that. I hate that they just like kind of like, okay, well, we'll make them they fall in love, and now they fall in love. Because I'm like, that honestly, how often do you all end up dating each other in like a workplace setting? Maybe it happens more than I thought. Send us an email proving me wrong, but like, I hate that. That's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Send your story in. Listen, you obviously have not watched enough telenovelas in your life, because
I hate it. I hate it so much. And then here I am arguing about anime shit.
Yeah. No, I understand that premise. Like, in actuality, after the first get together and breakup, there should have been a split. I agree that in most relationships, I mean, and obviously we don't know, like, there's obviously groups that can handle that and have obviously dealt with that before. But I think in the reality that most people live in, after the break, it would be like a whole new group. But again, that wouldn't fit for the premise of the show. So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But Rachel and Joey all the way, 10 out of 10.
We can have opinions. That's the beauty of America, even if they're stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. So in your opinion is stupid, Daniel. But that's okay. I think you're still cool.
Okay, let's go into some anime ones. Or do we want to do the class? Yeah. Or do you have some very specific ones between you guys?
I have some specific ones, but I can hold off. I got two left. And I'll just say one's a Black Clover, one's a My Hero. So we can throw them.
Like or don't like?
I have one that
start with the positives and then work into the negatives.
I have one that I like and one that I kind of.
Give me the one you like.
Okay, in Black Clover, Vanessa and Captain Yami all the way, 10 out of 10. We've talked about this before, but I would say I think
you know who's an underappreciated ship that I want in Black Clover?
Who's that?
Fenrir and the lady who was supposed to be engaged to his brother.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like, isn't that what he's working out for, anyways?
Yeah, I think that's a great. Yeah. I hope to God that they fulfill that storyline.
10 out of 10. And like, honestly, his whole
Vanessa thing. Yeah. Actually, no, I disagree with the Vanessa one. I want him and the Briar Rose girl, the captain, to be together.
Bullshit, dude. Dude. No, she's extra. I don't like her. Like, no, I like her character. I think she's a strong female character, but she falls under the same issue that I have with a lot. Like, happens a lot in like in many animes, right? You have a strong female character.
Oh, and they like
and then their one weakness is that they gush over the one, like, another strong male character, and that is their weakness. It's like, listen, what I like about Captain Yami and Vanessa.
You're gonna make me the bad guy say that I'm buying in the stereotypical like tropes.
Yeah, but we've known this from the beginning. We still like you, but we know this. No worries. But here's my thing, right? Vanessa obviously has an affinity towards Captain Yami. I mean, if it wasn't for Captain Yami, she would still be stuck with the witches and,
character in the Black Bull.
Yeah, exactly. So, but Vanessa, there's a more, they obviously, and I think Captain Yami kind of has a thing for her too, because like they have the one scene later on where they're like trying to share a drink but like she's got to go level up and stuff, and it's a whole back and forth. And honestly, that is better romance arc or relationship arc than Captain Yami and the Captain of the Blue Rose has had in the whole show, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I get it. Like, more likely, I forget what is her name, Captain of the Blue Rose.
Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte and Yami are probably gonna end up together.
I like it. I'm here for the power couple shit, dog.
They're cute, and I think like she was a lot better when she was. Okay, spoilers again, but we'll mention this at the beginning. She was a lot better when she got taken over by the elf, and she was kind of like, she was just like a bad bitch. Yeah. And then Yami was just there, and then they kind of had this like fun like back and forth kind of dynamic. That was cute. Like, I love that, and that definitely reinforced the ship of Charlotte and Yami. But then again, she just like, after the elf spirit leaves, fallen, it's the same show. I love this guy. Can't do anything else. And it's just like, come on, your whole world, it's the Hinata trope. Your whole world doesn't evolve around one character. Like, we could do some more.
Like, she just shows up and she's like, oh, like, it's my crush. Like, oh, this is but it doesn't ruin her life. Like, she can,
I know it doesn't ruin her life.
Stuff. It doesn't keep her from doing the things that she needs to do.
No, I agree. It doesn't keep her from doing things that she does, but I feel like it just takes away. That's why I like Vanessa and Captain Yami. That thing, 10 out of 10 ship. Any day of the week. That's just my opinion. I do agree, though. Finral and...
I forget what her name is. Yeah.
I forget what her name is, but the one that... Yeah, that's wholesome. I love that. Honestly, though, his arc about him just being a player, that's honestly such a stupid arc. That was honestly, it's a
arc of Black Clover.
Yeah, I can agree with that. So fucking stupid, dude. Like, come on. But regardless, that's my Black Clover. Chris, I know you haven't seen that shit, so that's why you haven't said anything. But
yeah, I'm enjoying the record.
Exactly. So that
anime one for you, Chris.
What's that?
What's an anime one for you?
So I know neither of you guys know too much about One Piece, but I got One Piece one.
Okay, is it pre-time skip or post-time skip?
It's partly pre-time skip, actually.
Okay, well then I can get it. What's that?
Okay. Zoro and Tashigi. Do you know who Tashigi is?
Oh, is she she works for the...
She works for Smoker, the swordsman girl.
Oh, I like... Yeah, that's a solid ship.
It's cute. And they're both swords.
He looks like Maki from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Mm-hmm.
Tashigi does?
Yeah.
It's great. So the whole dynamic between the two is that Tashigi is she's a part of the Navy because she's the right-hand woman of Smoker, who was like the first high-ranking Navy officer to try and stop Luffy. So she and Zoro run into each other, and she looks like Zoro's first friend who died as a kid. And you'll see like the Zoro backstory. It's all mentioned in that.
Yeah, that shit was so whack that when I read that part in the manga, I was like, this is dumb. But okay, whatever.
Yeah. So she dies, but Tashigi looks exactly like, except Tashigi wears glasses. Actually, I think the kid wears glasses too. That's why she looks so much.
No, they don't. No, she doesn't. The kid doesn't wear glasses.
Okay, yeah,
Tashigi does, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anywho, Tashigi is on the hunt to find, I think it's 7 legendary swords or 10 legendary swords. I can't remember how many there are.
Yeah, there's certain swords in the One Piece universe that are obviously a legendary status.
One of them is Nihon's sword. Zoro has like 2 of them. Tashigi has 1 of them. So anywho, at the point where Tashigi and Zoro first meet, Zoro has 1 of the swords on him. And Tashigi's like, well, you're a pirate. Pirates shouldn't have these. And Zoro's like, yeah, okay. And Tashigi tries to take it from him. They get into the whole thing. And Zoro ends up beating her because Zoro beat him. And even pre-time skip, Zoro was beating him. And so Tashigi's like, okay, I'll vow to get stronger and I will beat you one day. blah 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 blah. But the whole time they're fighting, Zoro is only thinking about his childhood friend, and he's like, wow, this girl is like so reminiscent of it. And obviously Zoro's too much of an idiot to see anything relationship wise, but I just love it. It's like the most adorable thing in the world.
It's a solid ship, and the other thing that's really cool is one of the legendary swords that she's trying to that Zoro has is he actually got the sword from the father of the girl that Tashiki resembles.
Yes.
And that was their family sword, and the father was going to get it was his sword that was supposed to be passed on to the daughter, but because she was a woman, and that's the whole arc, you can't be a strong samurai as a woman, but she was trying to change that stereotype, and she was a powerful warrior, and that's kind of where Zoro learned through the father's dojo, learned his sword fighting, and that friend, she taught Zoro how to fight.
Yeah, no, she's the one that falls on the fucking stairs.
Yeah.
That's such a whack death. I'm sorry. Like, all respect to her, but really, she falls on the stairs.
I feel like, does it?
They tell her, though, yeah, she, was walking down the stairs.
Yeah, no, she does because she falls down the stairs.
Yeah.
But wait, now, my question is, now, Chris, I don't know, because I'm still having gone post-time skip. Have they still addressed that, or have they addressed that at all, or is that just gone by the wayside?
They haven't really addressed it. They've met. There's a whole arc. It's during Punk Hazard when they are trying to beat the mad scientist Caesar Clown. Smoker and Tashigi end up on the island, and during this time, the Straw Hat Pirates are working with the Heart Pirates, who is led by coveted fan favorite Trafalgar Law. And during the time, they don't really interact with each other, the Straw Hats and Smoker. So they haven't, that's the closest that they've been to each other. So no, they really haven't really explored it further, unfortunately.
Yeah. You see, because this is just my fan theory out there. Again, I haven't seen every episode, haven't read everything. I'm only up to post time skip.
As he likes to tell us.
That whole death, I feel like there's more to that. You know what I mean? I feel like eventually, because for the most part, when you look at every other character, the One Piece crew's backstory, it's pretty much it's whole. Everything makes sense leading up. Zoro's, I feel like, at least from what I've seen of the crew, is has a lot of mystery to it. So I feel like potentially that might be an end game thing that they're keeping. We find out that something. I think
during this current arc, Wano, I think they explore Zoro's backstory a little bit more.
Yeah,
because
so they touched.
The one before this was Whole Cake Island, and they did all of Sanji's backstory basically.
Got it.
So I think now we're gonna see more of Zoro.
A little more.
The whole thing is about samurai, so
yeah,
that stereotypical samurai crew member.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not sure. I started it, but I haven't kept going. So yeah. I'll let you know. I will let you know.
Definitely, because I feel like there's definitely more to play with that. It's a little more open than most. But going back to the ship, that's a solid ship. I like that one. Makes me feel good. If Daniel, do you have an anime ship that you want to talk about?
That I want to talk about? I mean,
or do you not want to talk about?
No. I actually did have a couple that for me, it's because you guys don't really watch romance stuff, so that's for me. Oh, me and Chris can talk about gamers.
Oh god, it's been so long. Okay.
So who should he be with? The blonde girl who invited him to join the game club, or the blue haired, or the girl?
The blonde girl.
Okay.
No question.
I don't really have any ship problems with my animes.
I have.
Here we go.
You have an out of nowhere ship?
What?
Well, do you have an out of nowhere ship?
I think people should be together.
Yeah.
while you're thinking, I got a couple more if you want me to go.
Oh, I got. Here we go. I got one. I got an out of nowhere. People. I don't think they should be together ship, and that is Mikasa and Eren.
Oh, from Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
That's fair. They're brother sister, basically.
Yeah, but the wait, dude, that's Mikasa's whole thing is that she's in love with Eren. That's why she does everything.
I know, but it's weird to me. I agree with it. I don't know, Brooks.
I can see. Honestly, I'm gonna say I kind of like now that I'm at where I'm at in the show. I like it with John. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
that's my take. Johnny
Mikasa,
boy.
Now you.
Honestly, I don't agree. I don't know if I agree about John, but I do agree that Eren is a kind of a bitch boy. So
also Connie and Potato Girl.
Yes.
All in.
That's a good one.
All in.
All day.
That's a good one. I agree with that. That's a solid unanimous vote right there.
Good job, guys. All right, here we go. Attack on Titan, man. You find love even in the darkness is what I've learned from that anime. So Gunnar, you've watched Re:Zero, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you fall on the Emilia Ren ship battle?
Honestly, I get why people like Ren, but I think Amelia all the way, dude.
That's
like,
right.
I don't know.
I've seen some stuff and I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I think Amelia is working her way towards there.
Like, I definitely agree. Rem's arc is good, and I get why people are like head over heels over Rem.
Yeah,
and I get it, and I could see them too. But I don't know, like him and Amelia, it's just one of those stories. Like, and I think that's the whole premise of the show. It's like he is going through all these scenarios, risking life or death for this one connect for this one love. Yeah. And it's like if we all had the chance in life for that one love out there, would we go through this risk it all, go through this Groundhog's Day of
pain and misery,
pain and suffering for the love of your life? And I don't know. That's why but again, Rem, I get it.
So
I get it.
Okay, so since I have you who has watched Re:Zero now a very popular one that has existed is the battle between Ichigo and 02. And I know where our dear friend Chris stands. But Chris, would you like to tell people if you had to pick between 02 and Ichigo?
Ichigo can go burn in hell. 02, all freaking things.
I mean, I was here for Ichigo being with the dude with the glasses though. That was a good.
Yes, that's fine. Ichigo needs to fucking learn her boundaries. Learn where to step and where not to step.
I've never seen a fandom get so angry about
Didn't they send death threats to the writer?
To the voice actors too.
Dude, first of all, anybody out there that you're so invested that you're thinking about sending any kind of hate mail or anything like that out there, just don't. It's what are you doing?
I got heated that night, and Daniel can attest to it because we watched it as it dropped, and I was super mad. I had a vent to someone.
I just went, oh shit, I don't know. I hate that people got so mad about it because the whole show he's about 02, and everyone's like, oh, and then she okay, so the big moment is she kisses him.
Mm-hmm. She's like the main character hero.
Yeah, so she just fucking goes for it. She's like, I'm gonna just lay it all out on the table. I'm gonna kiss him and see what happens, right? And she does, and then everyone lost their minds and
she a little homewrecker.
She at no point in the show does he ever make it seem that he's into Ichigo. He's all in on 02. That's all it's ever been. Yeah. And it's like if in The Office, right? If a girl just randomly kissed Jim.
Okay,
let me finish. It's just in regard let's say there's a girl who kisses Jim. We've had so many seasons so many episodes to know that Jim loves Pam and that this kiss means nothing. It's the same level of that. That this person gives loves that person, so why are we getting mad about it when for them
it's not just the fact that she kissed Hiro. It's the fact that Ichigo then after looked at 02 and said, no one likes you, you're worthless piece of crap. Go away. I never want to see you around here ever again.
For the record, he's paraphrasing, but yeah, okay. I do forget about that part.
Okay. And I know 02 could whoop that ass. Easy peasy. But ain't no way Ichigo have that right to be saying some stupid crap like that.
I just like how passionately upset he is about this. Like,
I am very
you're furious.
he is.
I gotta mean though, but like if you're in her shoes and you just see this chick come kiss your dude, or like the dude that you're trying, like you're working on, like I think I would have
went full on Strelazia on her and just
Listen, I would have some choice words. Is all I'm saying, but I do agree. I do agree. 02 all the way is my pick. I have one if we want to talk about it. It's I got two actually in the My Hero world.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm in for my first.
Okay, I'm all in for Aizawa and Miss Joke.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, that one's easy. Yeah. Easy pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. They balance. They're so good together. So good.
Anyways, continue.
Oh, also, fun fact for anybody, I'm reading the My Hero Vigilante manga right now. Mr. Aizawa is a cat person. He's got like cat food and stuff, so I think he's got cats.
All right, that makes sense.
So just
cats are pretty independent.
There's an episode. Have you guys seen the newest season yet?
No,
no. Yeah, I'm waiting for the dubs to drop.
The first episode of the dub.
Well, I've seen the first two because the first two are dubbed. And
there's
Mr. Aizawa is trying to play with the cat in the second episode.
Okay.
Oh, well, there you go. So it's been confirmed. He is a cat person, which he does lose a couple points, but that's all right. But anyways, my ship is Deku and Hasume. And for those who don't remember, Hatsume is the pink hair support class girl that builds Deku's boots.
We're all allowed to have opinions, Gunner?
Trash.
Yeah.
Even if they're dumb as shit as that one.
Dude, that's so like here, I'm gonna say, listen, I get Deku and Uraka. No. I get it. That's a good ship. I get it. But Deku and Hasume, like I feel it. I like it. I want some more of it.
You're that guy that bets on the Browns this coming season. Like, dude, I feel it. They're gonna win it all. And I'm like, okay, guys, like bro, like I don't know what to say to that. That's
dude. She's just got this spunk and she's got this like energy, and I just love it. And like she's just so brazen and she don't give a fuck. And Deku's just so shy. Like I like it. I like that, and I like that energy. You know what I mean?
I've seen in Step Brothers when they fart and Seth Rogen's giving that interview.
Yo, yeah.
And he's like starting to think about it, and then he's like, nope. He's like, I can taste it. He's like, yeah, no. He's like, now this is looking a little fucked up. That's how I feel the more I'm thinking about your opinion. I'm like, okay, it's an opinion, and now I'm thinking, and I'm like, no, I don't like this at all. No, that leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Listen,
that's my take. There it is. So.
I think that's your Chris. How do you feel?
Oh, dude, you're an idiot.
It is not that bad of a take.
You're so dumb.
Give me a counter. Give me one good counter. No, I'm not saying that Uraka is not and Deku are not a good ship. I'm just saying I do like what was going on. There was an episode in Deku and Hasume. There was some stuff happening, and it was, Uraka got a little jealous.
So anti this because of A, the Deku Uraka thing, and B, I think Hatsume and Ida is the best thing in the world. So I think that's why I'm pretty against it.
Can I be real though?
You know what we need to have.
I don't say that.
I need you guys to.
So I don't care what you say.
Okay, whatever, dude.
You guys, no, this is gonna be the ship fight to end those ship fights. You guys need to watch the quintessential quintuplets, and we need to have a discussion about that because there are 5 options.
There's 5. Okay, I'll have it ready by next week. How many episodes?
They're on season 2 right now. The manga is done, but I don't unless you download like a manga app that doesn't.
Okay, we'll do a season 1 breakdown next week. I'll have it ready by then.
Okay.
Jesus.
Chris, you better get on base, dude.
Well, no, man, he's not. Hey, we're making $10 in May, dude. Easy.
Oh, you're right. Chris, you want to double down? You want to add a quintessential
No.
Was it quintessential quintuplets?
Quintuplets?
Yeah. We'll add it. Extra 10? What do you say?
No. I said no.
Why not?
Wait. So have you watched any of them?
I'm not saying.
Okay, we're making 10. Wait, May 1st?
You
Do we
did log
get it?
into my Crunchyroll account though.
No, it's not May 1st. It's May. Yeah, because I thought about starting.
This is what I hate.
So
and then I decided not to.
So for everybody out there,
This is how it's gonna play. I'm sorry, Gunner, but he's gonna do this like build up bullshit, and then he's actually gonna watch it, and then he's gonna be hooked and just binge the whole thing, and then be like, Daniel, I can't believe I didn't watch it sooner.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So for everybody out there, Chris is very bad about watching animes. So we gave him a deadline. He needs to finish Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's only like 10 episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, it's 24, dude.
No, 24 episodes.
But like, don't I only have to watch 10?
You have to get up to the best friendo fight.
Yeah, which is like 16 or 18.
Okay.
18. It's 18 episodes.
I'm not. You're. I guarantee you're gonna watch it and you're just gonna binge the whole thing. Like it's that.
Yeah.
Good. Like,
It's good. It's good. It's better than Naruto. And that's the argument we're gonna have. But that's for another day. But to everyone out there, if Chris doesn't get it done by what is it, May what? May 12th? May 6th?
11th?
May 11th? In my May 11th, me and Daniel are getting $10. And that's going towards my next Warhammer figure. So for the orcs.
I'm glad I could feel your freaking crack.
Yeah, I will be a 4th away to buying the orc truck. And that's a truck with 2Ks. And it's gonna be dope. Okay, so obviously you guys hated Deku and Hatsume, but what do you think about this one? Hear me out. Twice and Toga.
Yes.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
All day.
All right. I feel it too. And I like it. My waifu Jessica was and I were working on making a list. She brought that one up, and I was like, yeah, that works. Makes sense, you know. But I'm glad we can all get a consensus on that one. And that finishes my ship list. So, do you guys have any other ones?
I'm pretty much done too.
Yeah.
I think I'm done. Yeah. I don't really have any like controversial ones from my. That's like the one
Gotcha.
Yeah, that one's pretty cut and dry. I think Momo and Todoroki should be together. I think
Yeah, I don't really have any opinions.
Jiro and Kaminari,
All day. The best shit.
electricity dude.
I'm pretty satisfied with that.
Aizawa and Miss Joe.
All Might and Midnight.
Let's
No.
not talk about
Wait.
that.
No.
Why not?
Midnight and everybody. That's all. And
No one's good enough for all me.
What? All Might needs some love too, dude. How are we supposed to get with the son of All Might? Like
You don't. All Might doesn't need love when you got the power. Of
listen,
justice.
even Batman has Damian Wayne. Like we need a
admittedly,
successor.
It was through some controversial methods that we won't talk about on this podcast. But
Also, Damian is the worst Bat kid
he's
out
gotten
of
a lot
all.
better. He's gotten a lot better in the comics.
I know he
Yeah.
is, but I still don't like.
Well, but wait, don't they base? Wait, he's not the one they base. Which one do they base the original Teen Titans Robin on? Is that
That's Tim Drake.
that's Tim Drake? Can we all agree that? Oh yeah, because he becomes Nightwing in it. Can we? I think that's my favorite Robin. If we're
Wait,
just
are
going
you
to be talking
talking
about
about
Robin,
Dick Grayson?
It might be Dick Grayson. Hold on, let me see.
or is it Dick Grayson? Whichever.
Dick Grayson? Nightwing.
Nightwing. Yeah. So it's Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson's my favorite.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, no. I think my favorite is Jason Todd. But
You just like the red. You're just a Red Hood fan.
yeah, Red Hood is so dope.
Oh, he's so cool because he's a bad guy. Oh, that's all you, Chris.
I'm here for the
It's
bad.
Dick Grayson. My bad.
Yeah, Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
It's all there's like 6 of them, so it's hard to keep track.
I know.
Yeah, and this is not. We're the anime podcast. We're not the comic book podcast. So
one of my coworkers definitely has to teach me a shit ton about DC stuff. So
DC comics are pretty. It can get pretty intense.
I love DC. I just don't know enough about them. Like Daniel's taught me most of my knowledge. One of my coworkers taught me the rest of it.
Well, this is a good plug-in. You all go down to your local comic book store. You can. There's a lot of, especially DC. They just did a brand new reboot, so there's a lot of good comic book lines out there. Marvel has been pushing out a bunch because they got the multiverse. So I definitely recommend just go pick up one, and you'll find some crazy stuff. Like they have one of my favorites. We're just watching. Is Squirrel Girl. I don't know if you've heard of Squirrel Girl in the Marvel universe. Strongest.
Yeah, my first girlfriend, her favorite character, or her favorite comic book character was Squirrel Girl.
Oh, when we saw her at the FrezCon.
She was Squirrel Girl.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering who that character was in the brown unitard.
Yeah, Squirrel Girl. You can also go right now. What's real popular is Gwenpool. So it's Gwen Stacy with the Deadpool genome. That one's really fun to read. So yeah, definitely. I shout out, read some comics. They're cool.
Now that we have talked about comics, are we going to move into the trivia section of today's event?
Yeah, let's finish off with that. I think that'll be fun.
Okay. So I have one on my phone, and I have the other saved on my thing. Okay. So the way it works is I'm gonna make a statement. There's gonna be something false about this statement, and then you're gonna have to correct me and tell me what the false part of the statement is. Okay. So this first one is the topic of everyone's favorite dumbass ninja, Naruto. So here it goes. So the Sharingan, which is known as the Copy Wheel Eye, is a jutsu of the Uchiha clan that appears selectively among its members. However, the main way the only way to receive the Sharingan is by experiencing traumatic or strong negative emotions. The abilities of the Sharingan include being able to see through jutsus, being able to see other chakras, and also being able to. I'm just going to simplify it. I'm not going to get into like the really big mangekyos and stuff, and to essentially copy any jutsus that are that you are witnessing.
Yeah, you gotta. We're doing the raise hand. We're doing the raise hand
Raise
thing.
your hand.
Okay, so can't you also get the Sharingans by taking the eyes and from another user?
You are correct, but that is a Mangekyo Sharingan. That is not the like I'm talking we get crazy superpowers, like the simple Sharingans.
Okay, but does not Kakashi have?
Itachi has the Mangekyos.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay, fair enough.
All right, Chris, your turn.
When you mentioned that you can only get the Sharingan through traumatic stress, that's not true. You can only get the Mangekyo Sharingan through traumatic stress, right? But you can get the Sharingan no matter what. I'm pretty sure.
This is the beauty. You are correct in that you do not also require the only requirement is strong negative emotions. You can actually get the regular Sharingan through positive emotions, like the need to protect people that you love.
Because that's how Obito gets his.
Yeah. So you are correct. So 1 point for Chris.
Let's go, Gryffindor. No, Slytherin.
That was kind of stupid, but okay.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Whatever.
Okay, let's see.
Let me lower my hand. There we go. Easy.
Alrighty. How well do we know Game of Thrones?
I don't.
Not at all. I know. I'm not a diehard fan.
I do not. I've seen bits and pieces.
Awkward as fuck.
There's been nothing wrong.
Well, never mind. Okay, so One Piece. All right, so here's my One Piece one. So in One
Okay.
Piece, in One Piece, people are gain supernatural powers through the consumption of these things, these devil fruits. There are many common ones, such as the gum fruit that was eaten by Luffy, the flame fruit that was eaten by, I believe it was Ace,
Yeah.
and the chop fruit, which was consumed by Buggy. Interestingly enough, one of the negative side effects of eating devil fruits is that it makes you resistant. You can't swim, which creates a conundrum when you realize that there is a devil fruit called the aqua fruit that gives the user the ability to control water, and create like jets of water with their hands, and like create like whips with water and things like that.
Okay, well, isn't it? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. So, isn't it that it's not that you lose the ability to swim? Is that once you hit ocean water, that you just lose all energy?
I'm pretty sure the statement is that they sink.
Yeah. So what it is, it's called it's basically the devil
Curse.
saying, "Why did you eat my fruit?" And they punish you by making you only drown when you're in the water.
Yeah. Well, like, because it's the same thing. Because
But
technically,
you also lose
lose
power.
energy. Well, no. Well, do you lose your powers because?
You don't.
Yeah,
lose-
you
Okay.
lose your powers. They
No,
have
no.
these things called
Okay.
what is it? I can't remember the stone, but there's a
The
certain
sea
stone.
prism. Yeah, the sea prism. Well,
Yeah.
the sea prism. Okay, we could debate this, but right, the sea prism is. I thought it just drains your energy, right? Because
No, it makes you lose your power.
okay, now my question is, okay, so then when they're at Arlong Park, Luffy gets trapped in the water, and he's trapped his feet are in concrete. But what they do is, while he's in the sea, they stretch his head out, like Sanji and them stretch his head out, and they make it super stretchy so he can still breathe in the water. So technically, he still has his powers, right?
I think you're right.
Okay.
Okay, but
That is incorrect.
yeah,
Chris, would you like to try and guess what the?
this is super nitpicky, and it's probably just from your wording of what you said. But you say common fruit. Devil fruit aren't common. They're super hard to find.
Okay. That's a semantic thing. So you are correct, but that's not
Okay.
the.
I was like, the flame fruit is impossible. Okay, my bad.
Well, I'll say like in terms of superpowers, because watching the show, like you've run into so many people.
Yeah, I mean, after two people get it, yeah, never. But yeah.
No, you're fair. All right, so
Okay.
we're gonna call this one.
No. Read it one more time.
Okay, so in One Piece, one of the typical way to gain powers is through the devil fruits. So you have the gum fruit eaten by Luffy. You have the flame fruit eaten by Ace, and then you have the chop fruit eaten by Buggy. Each of these gain abilities related to the name of the fruit. One of the downsides to eating the fruit, though, is that you lose the ability to swim. So if you touch water, you sink. Which makes it quite a conundrum or interesting in considering that there is a fruit called the aqua fruit, which gives the user the ability to control water. Yes, Chris.
Well, I'm just gonna assume it's the aqua thing. I've never seen the aqua fruit nor heard of it.
You are correct. Yes, the
Yeah, okay.
aqua
That's
fruit
right.
is made up.
Like-
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't. Okay.
It took me to like a fan made Dojin page about the aqua fruit, and there's like a picture of this black guy on it. I don't understand why. I don't understand.
Or are they comparing them to? There's the one vice admiral or whatever who has the ice fruit ability, right, or
Yeah,
whatever it's
that's
called.
LPG. One of the
LPG?
admirals. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's cool by the way.
Yeah.
Well, he's not an admiral anymore, but yeah, I dig it.
Got you. Any more questions you got, Daniel?
Yeah. Here, I'm picking through mine. Here we
Yeah,
go.
you got your list.
Yeah, I got my list. All right. According to the rules, this is a Harry Potter question.
Okay.
According to the rules of Quidditch, throwing the quaffle through an opponent's hoop earns 10 points. Hitting an opponent with a bludger earns 0 points. and catching the golden snitch earns 50 points and it ends the game.
Where's my hand? And
Okay, Chris, would you like to give me the? So Chris is up, I think, 2-0.
Isn't it 100 points? It's not 50. It's 100.
Incorrect. I'm sorry.
Damn.
You are correct in that it isn't worth 50 points. So unless Gunnar can get it, I will give you the point.
Okay, I'll take it.
Is it worth 200 points?
Actually, no.
Okay.
I will give. You want one more crack at this, Gunnar, or do you want to?
No, you can give it to Chris. What is it?
So it is 150 points.
Ah, dang. Right in the middle.
Yep. Okay.
Man, I'm good at this.
All right, here we go. Here we have a Dungeons and Dragons question.
All right.
Also, for the record, I've taken some of these questions from actually, so we don't get copyrighted again. Dungeons and Dragons has a lot of monsters that have been drawn from European folklore, such as the kobold, the goblin, orc, and troll, but also has several monsters unique to D&D, such as the Tarrasque or the fearsome Grell. The Tarrasque was taken from Southern French Christian folklore.
That's real specific.
Yeah. So something in that statement is incorrect.
Raise my hand. Like a
Okay.
good boy.
Yes, Chris. Or was it who was it first? Who was it, Gunnar or Chris? I'm sorry.
I had mine up first.
Okay. Well, we'll do Gunnar. We'll let Gunnar again. See what.
Okay.
He needs to come back. He needs to come back.
Isn't a Tarrasque based just on dinosaurs?
No. That is
No? No? Okay.
Chris.
Orcs aren't European folklore.
Yes, that is correct. They were
Oh,
orcs were created by J.R.R. Tolkien. For
let's go.
Chris. So Chris is. Oh, it is like the show. Chris is dominating.
Yeah. Ah, so funny. All right, let me see what a Tarrasque looks like.
A Tarrasque looks like if Godzilla, a land tank, like a tank, and all right, here we go.
The fuck they based that off of?
Here we go.
That shit's just a dinosaur.
This one is a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory question.
Oh, I'm not gonna get this. What the hell?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is a beloved story about a group of children who are gradually maimed and deformed by a loner in a candy factory. Augustus Gloop is sucked through a tube in the chocolate river. Violet Beauregard turns into a blueberry after eating experimental gum. Veruca Salt is sent down a trash chute after demanding a goose that lays golden eggs. And Mike TV is shrunk by television chocolate technology. So bear in mind that this is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and not Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay.
So this is the Johnny Depp version.
Can you read it again?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is a story about a group of children who are gradually maimed and deformed by a loner in a candy factory. Augustus Gloop is sucked through the tube in a chocolate river. Violet Beauregard turns into a blueberry after eating experimental gum. And Veruca Salt is sent down a trash chute after demanding a goose lays golden eggs. And then Mike TV is shrunk by television chocolate technology.
I have no clue.
Wasn't it that she didn't want the goose to lay golden eggs, but she wanted to buy the goose? Like she wanted the goose?
That is incorrect.
Okay.
I will say, I will give enough of a hint that you are close to the what the thing is.
I'm not gonna get this. So
So Gunnar, you
Okay.
Get
I'll give it one more. I'll give it one more shot. Read me it one more time. Just read me the last part, the one about the shoot, the gold.
Oh, Veruca Salt is sent down the trash chute after demanding that the golden goose lays golden after demanding a goose that lays golden eggs, and Mike TV is shrunk by chocolate technology.
Okay, is it that she doesn't go down a trash chute? She goes down the nut shoot, or the I don't know.
You actually
I don't know.
are correct that she does go down the nut chute. So I'm gonna be nice and give you a point.
Okay.
What's incorrect is that she actually demands that so they go into where the squirrels are cracking nuts and sorting them.
Oh, okay. So this is okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Daddy, I want a
squirrel
that sorts nuts.
Yeah.
Like, how much
Yeah.
and they know, and then they throw her down this like chute.
Yeah. That sounds familiar. Okay.
Let's see what else.
You see, I remember something about nuts being in there. So
You were close, yeah.
yeah, I made those connections. You want to do one more?
Yeah, we'll do one more and then we'll end it.
All right, that sounds good.
Oh, I win. Let's go.
Okay.
GG.
Listen, this is just a warm up. We're gonna have me and Daniel been talking. You and Raul are gonna have a competitive one.
You and Raul are gonna have a one piece off.
Oh,
and there will be consequences for the loser.
I don't know. I don't like the way you worded that one.
If there are no stakes, then what's the point of playing the game?
So
Perhaps.
the title of the Halo. This is a question from Halo. The title of the Halo series refers to the Halo Array, a series of colossal ring-shaped superweapons built by the Covenant to destroy their enemies and assert control over the galaxy.
Oh, I wasn't built by Covenant.
You didn't say actually.
Okay.
Gunner.
What?
Actually, it wasn't built by the Covenant.
Dude.
That is.
Dude.
You also didn't raise your hand. You just blurted out. We're doing the raised hand system.
Oh, you didn't raise your hand.
Can you tell me? I'm still gonna give you the point, but can you tell me who built the Halo arrays?
For me, it was. It's who he faces now. It's not the Covenant, but they're called like the Guardians or something like that, right?
You mean the Prometheans? No, they did not have to fight the Prometheans.
Okay.
That one, it is the Forerunners. The
Forerunners. Yeah.
Created the Halo race, and they were used to destroy the Flood.
Yeah, the Flood. Dude, I'm so mad. Oh.
Alrighty, this is a good stopping point for I feel like the podcast before Chris gets mad and flips his laptop. All right, so that is our version of them. Actually, obviously, I did take some of the questions from the actual show. I will be creating my own questions later when we decide to do this seriously. And yes, I believe either this next week or the week after, we are hoping to do a One Piece off between the two biggest One Piece nerds I know, which are.
And there will be consequences.
Yeah, Gunner wants this to be like the Kumite where you fight to the death or something like that.
Listen, my favorite movie is Saw, so we'll see what we can come up with.
Oh God.
Yeah, to tie you guys in, leave you guys in the bathroom. You just have to. Every time you answer, like the walls close a little bit.
Sit there. And there's just a pineapple in the middle, but instead of like pineapple chunks, it's just glass shards.
So let me move my figurines first so they don't get crushed.
I
won't let them hurt from Denver, don't worry.
There you go. Well, thank you everyone for listening. This was another episode of Gaifus for Laifus. We'll be back with you next week. It's looking like our release dates are now Fridays, which is looking like is working out works a little better for us, and looking viewer wise, we're looking a little better. And if you're a new listener out there, thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you could shoot us an email at gaifusforlaifus@gmail.com. You could send us a message on Instagram at gaifusforlaifus, or we now have a new Facebook page at Gaifus for Laifus. Feel free to check out any of those. Leave a comment. We'll be trying to post regularly on that, and we'd love to hear from you. But thank you for listening, Daniel, Chris. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
It was a pleasure.
And any last comments before we end it?
Cho Chang did nothing wrong.
Gold team rules.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Alrighty. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week, and you have a wonderful day.
Bye, adios, everybody.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.